Hello, kamusta tayong lahat? I praise the Almighty Father, Yahweh, for His faithfulness and goodness and mercy and kindness. His love for us abounds, that He created us in His image and likeness. And I thank my Savior, my Redeemer, my friend, the branch of righteousness, for giving His life on the cross, for the forgiveness of our iniquities. The precious blood of Jesus Christ is priceless, and it will never lose its power. He is the coming King. And He wants us to rule with Him in His kingdom that will never end. And I thank the Holy Spirit for living in our hearts, for always reminding us of the teachings of our Father and of Jesus Christ. So they work hand in hand for us to receive our inheritance, our birthright as children of the Almighty Father. Because that is the grand master plan of Yahweh, the Alpha and the Omega. So last time, we read Genesis chapter 4. So it's about when Cain murdered his brother Abel. So Abel was the keeper of sheep, and Cain was a farmer or a tiller of the ground. So pareho sila, nag-offer sila ng kanilang mga gawa para kay Almighty Father. Yung fruits of their labor, binibigay nila kay Almighty Father. Pero ang tinanggap ni Almighty Father ay yung yield ng ginawa ni Abel. It's not because it's bigger yung sheep, no? Hindi dahil sa mas gusto ni Almighty Father yung sheep. Kaya mas pinili ni Almighty Father ang gift ni Abel, because He saw the heart of Abel, and Cain's heart was wicked. Cain was selfish. Ang binibigay lang ni Cain yung mga tira-tira. Pero si Abel, ang binibigay niya yung pinakamaganda kay Almighty Father niya binibigay. Ibig sabihin, pinagpapahalagahan ni Abel si Almighty Father compared to Cain, na hindi niya pinagpapahalagahan si Almighty Father. At alam ni Almighty Father yun. At nainggit si Cain kay Abel. So dun pa lang makikita natin that Cain's heart was evil. He killed his brother Abel, and that's the first murder sa buong mundo. Pinakaunang murder. Sabi ni Almighty Father, bago patayin ni Cain si Abel, i-control mo yung sarili mo. Wag pagharian or mag-rule over ang galit sa heart mo. You should rule over it. Pero ang ginawa ni Cain, hindi siya nakinig kay Almighty Father. He was stubborn. Kaya pinatay niya si Abel. So pinagsabihan na ni Almighty Father si Cain, hindi nakinig si Cain. So kung hindi nagsisi si Cain, hindi natin alam, no, kung sa kanyang before he died, kung he asked forgiveness from the Almighty Father. Kasi kung hindi, is the first person to be thrown to eternal damnation. So, nag-asawa si Cain. Si Abel wala siyang asawa. Ang asawa ni Cain ay yung kanyang sister. Dahil yung time na to, pwede nilang maging asawa ang kanilang sister, ang kanilang cousin, ang kanilang mga aunts and uncle. Pwede nilang maging asawa. Saka lang hindi pwede mag-asawa ng kadugo or yung family na maituturing, kahit na hindi blood related, dun sa binigay na law ni Almighty Father kay Moses. At kaya nalaman natin ang story about kay Cain and Abel and about how the world began, how the world was created by the Almighty Father. It's because the Almighty Father communicated it with Moses when he was talking with Moses at Mount Sinai or Mount Horeb. So isa lang yung Mount Sinai and Mount Horeb. So that was 40 days and 40 nights that the Almighty Father was communicating with Moses. Kaya si Cain, umalis siya sa lugar ng kanyang father na si Adam and saka sa kanyang nanay na si Eve. Imagine sila na lang, umalis pa siya. Nagpakalayo-layo pa siya. Kasi nga, it's the guilty conscience. Di ba pag ang isang tao guilty, hindi mo alam kung saan ka pupunta. Wala kang mukhang may haharap sa pamilya mo, wala kang mukhang may haharap sa society. Kaya sometimes some people wear masks to hide their guiltiness or their guilty conscience. To hide their sinful ways. They wear masks. So nagpakalayo-layo si Cain and then nabuntis yung kanyang asawa. Siyempre yung asawa niya dito ay kanyang sister. Alam din natin na si Abraham, si Sarah was his half-sister. Pareho sila ng father, pero magkaiba sila ng mother. Kasi nga, si Abraham at saka si Sarah, hindi pa pinapanganak ng si Moses. Hindi pa binibigay ni Almighty Father ang law nung time na yon. Nagkaroon na lang ng law after Abraham and Isaac and then Jacob, and then si Jacob, isa sa mga anak niya si Levi, and after some time nagkaroon ng anak si Levi down the line, no? So ilang years lang nakalipas yon, mga 400 years, saka ni Almighty Father ibinigay ang law. So yung law natin ngayon sa society konektado sa law na bigay ni Almighty Father. May mga tao na gusto nilang ihiwalay ang law ng society sa law ni Almighty Father. Hindi maihiwalay. Bakit? Dahil ang nagbigay ng law sa atin, unang-una si Almighty Father. Because He's the creator of the world. He created us. Kaya hindi natin matatanggal si Almighty Father sa society kahit ano ang gawin ng mga tao. People come and go. Pinapanganak sila and they die. But the Almighty Father, He is still God. At dito binabanggit, no? Yung unang tao na nagkaroon ng dalawang asawa, si Lamech. Dalawa agad ang kinuha niyang asawa. Doon pala makikita natin na he was selfish. Dahil nakapatay din siya. So wicked din ang heart niya. Tapos binanggit dito si Tubal-Cain na ito ngayon ay tinatawag ng mga Freemasons, no? Si Tubal-Cain, meron silang mga rituals. Yung mga Freemasons, tapos binabanggit nila si Tubal-Cain. Nilagyan nila ng story. Pero as dito si Tubal-Cain, he was an instructor of every craftsman in bronze and iron, meaning mason. Kaya yung Freemasonry, binabanggit si Tubal-Cain. Dito nila kinuha, sinabi nila, biblical, no? Hindi nila alam na yung mga lineage ni Tubal-Cain at lineage ni Cain, lineage ni Lamech, wala na. Bakit? Asa na sila? Yung lineage ni Tubal-Cain, ni Lamech, yung lineage ni Cain, wala na. Wipe out sa The Great Flood. Sino ang natira? Si Noah at yung kanyang wife. So, yung time na yon, si Noah, hindi natin alam kung yung wife niya, hindi pinangalanan kung sino yung wife niya, kung kapatid ba niya o hindi. No? At hindi natin alam kung yung asawa ng tatlong magkakapatid ay kanilang mga kapatid din na babae. Kasi nga, wala pang law nung time na yon. Pero ang binabanggit lang ng mga anak ay usually mga males. So, after mamatay ni Abel, umalis na si Cain, may anak siya. Ngayon, wala nang anak si Adam and Eve. Hindi natin alam, baka may babae pa silang anak, no? So, si Adam ngayon, tinabihan niya uli si Eve, no? Si Eve ang tinabihan ni Adam. Kasi, baka sabihin, ay matanda na si Eve nun, paano siya nabuntes? Si Eve, siya ang first woman. Healthy. Si Adam, tingnan nyo, hanggang kailan ang buhay niya? 900. 900 plus yung years na nabuhay si Adam, no? Ang anak nila ay si Seth, meaning appointed. Kaya ngayon, pag mag-set ka ng time, ha? So, yung meron tayong appointment. Yan, kasi ang meaning ng Seth ay appointed. So, from Seth, si Noah. And then Seth, galing kay si Adam. And then si Adam, binigyan ng breath ni Almighty Father. So we came from our Father. So dito tayo sa Genesis chapter 5. Baka itanong natin, bakit tayo nagbabasa ng Genesis? It's because of 1 Chronicles chapter 1. Binabanggit yung family ni Adam hanggang sa pababa, hanggang kay David, hanggang sa mga kings. Kaya dito muna tayo sa Genesis chapter 5. This is the book of the genealogy of Adam. In the day that God created man, He made him in the likeness of God. Kaya tayo, kamukha natin, si Almighty Father, kamukha natin ang mga heavenly hosts, except the 4 living creatures or the cherubim or the seraphim. Yung mga angels, kamukha natin. So, nung nagpakita yung 3 men kay Abraham, yung dalawa ay angel, yung isa, yung Lord ang tawag ni Abraham, di ba? Yung Lord na tinatawag ni Abraham, that's Jesus. Kasi yung dalawang angel dumiretso sa Sodom and Gomorrah. Naiwan si Jesus. Bakit naiwan si Jesus? Hindi siya pwede magpunta sa Sodom and Gomorrah. Sobrang dumi. Pero alam naman natin na sa New Covenant, ipinadala na ni Almighty Father si Jesus. But nung time na si Abraham ay buhay pa, hindi niya ipinadala si Jesus or si Lord doon sa Sodom and Gomorrah dahil hindi pa time. Okay? Hindi ba time ni Jesus? Kasi si Almighty Father, meron siyang time. Nakaset na yung time ni Almighty Father. Nakaset na rin yung time ni Jesus Christ para may panganak sa mundo. So, may panganak dito sa New Covenant, di ba? Sa New Testament, pinasa natin. And na same time, nakaset na rin yung time kung kailan ang balik ni Jesus Christ. Hindi pa, kahit si Jesus Christ, hindi niya alam kung kailan. Pero si Almighty Father, alam niya. So, tuloy natin, no? He created them, male and female. Dalawang sex ang ginawa ni Almighty Father. Male and female. Female means she came from male. Woman, she came from man. Kaya nga, di ba yung he and she, yung she, merong H-E din yon. Yung he, walang S, di ba? Oh. So, bakit she at saka he? Kasi, she came from he. Person, hindi naman per daughter, di ba? Mankind, or human. Okay? And blessed them and called them mankind in the day they were created. And Adam lived 130 years and begot a son in his own likeness after his image, and named him Seth. So, 130 years old na si Adam nung pinanganak si Seth ni Eve. Hindi natin alam kung anong age ni Eve, no? Kasi naunang create the Almighty Father si Adam. So, Adam was older than Eve. Hindi natin alam kung ilang years. Kasi dumating yung time na ipinangalanan pa ni Adam yung mga animals. After yung time na yon, dahil malungkot si Adam, ginawa ni Almighty Father si Eve. And begot a son in his own likeness after his image and named him Seth. After he begot Seth, the days of Adam were 800 years and he had sons and daughters. So marami pang anak si Adam and Eve. So itong other sons and daughters na to, yung son namatay. Kasi si Seth lang ang lineage na tumuloy. Yung lineage ng other sons niya hindi na tumuloy. So all the days of Adam lived were 930 years and he died. Seth lived 105 years and begot Enosh. So nung time na to, late na nag-asawa si Seth, no? 105 na siya. After he begot Enosh, Seth lived 807 years and he had sons and daughters. So all the days of Seth were 912 years and he died. Nakita natin, pinapanganak, namamatay. Pinapanganak, nagkakaanak, namamatay. Enosh lived 90 years and begot Canaan. After he begot Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years and had sons and daughters. So the days of Enosh were 905 years and he died. Canaan lived 70 years and begot Mahalalel. After he begot Mahalalel, Canaan lived 840 years and had sons and daughters. So the days of Canaan were 910 years and he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years and begot Jared. After he begot Jared, Mahalalel lived 840 years and had sons and daughters. So the days of Mahalalel were 895 years and he died. Jared lived 162 years and begot Enoch. After he begot Enoch, Jared lived 800 years and died. And had sons and daughters. So all the days of Jared were 962 years and he died. Enoch lived 65 years and begot Methuselah. After he begot Methuselah, Enoch walked with God 300 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Enoch were 365 years and Enoch walked with God and he was not, for God took him. Kinuha ni Almighty Father si Enoch. Hindi nakalagay dito na he died. Bakit alam natin na kinuha ni Almighty Father si Enoch? Si Almighty Father mismo ang nagkwento kay Moses. Hindi man malalagay ito. Hindi masusulat ang Book of Genesis, ang creation, kung hindi sinabi ni Almighty Father kay Moses. At sinabi ni Almighty Father na si Enoch, he was a righteous man. Kinuha siya ni Almighty Father, kaya kinuha siya ni Almighty Father, hindi siya namatay. Just like si Elijah, no? Hindi namatay si Elijah. Pero si Elijah, kinuha siya ng horses of fire and chariots of fire. Pero si Enoch, kinuha lang ni Almighty Father. Methuselah lived 187 years and begot Lamech. After he begot Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years and had sons and daughters. So the days of Methuselah were 969 years and he died. So itong si Methuselah, siya ang pinaka mahaba ang buhay na tao na natira dito sa mundo na to. Mas mahaba pa ang lifespan niya compared kay Adam. He lived 969 years. Pero hindi siya umabot ng 1,000. No? Lamech lived 182 years and had a son. And he called his name Noah, saying, "This one will comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands." Apo ni Enoch, si Noah. Father niya, si Methuselah, na pinakamahabang tao, pinakamahaba ang age o lifespan na nabuhay na tao dito sa mundo. This one will comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord has cursed. Kasi wala silang pagkain. Kaya sinasabing the ground which the Lord has cursed. Kasi kailangan nilang magtrabaho. Because of the sin of Adam and Eve. After he begot Noah, Lamech lived 595 years and had sons and daughters. Hindi natin alam kung isa dito ang isa dito ang naging asawa ni Noah, dahil isa lang naman ang asawa ni Noah. Ang napansin natin si Lamech, pero itong Lamech na to na tatay ni Noah, iba to. Hindi ito si Lamech na from the lineage of Tubal, Cain, and Cain. Na dalawa agad ang asawa, no? So all the days of Lamech were 777 years and he died. And Noah was 500 years old and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. 500 years old na siya nung nagkaroon siya ng anak, si Noah, na si Shem, si Ham, at saka si Japheth. Si Shem, ano siya? Light-skinned. Si Ham, dark-skinned. Si Japheth, yellow-skinned. So that's Genesis chapter 5. Ngayon, let's read 1 Chronicles chapter 1. Hindi naman na natin tutuloy ang Genesis chapter 6. Lipat muna sa 1 Chronicles chapter 1. Kaya ang Bible, buo siya. Kahit palipat-lipat tayo, consistent. Dahil isa lang ang author, si Almighty Father, ang transcriber, iba-ibang mga tao. Transcriber meaning yung tagasulat lang, no? Pero yung author, kung saan galing, kung kanino ang nagmula, kung sino ang source, si Almighty Father. So this is 1 Chronicles chapter 1. Adam, Seth, Enosh, Cainan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech. Binabanggit kung saan galing si Noah, no? Adam, Seth, Enosh, Cainan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah. And then, ang anak niya, si Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Importante na banggitin yung anak ni Noah, kaya binanggit dito. Kasi dito galing yung mga tao sa mundo ngayon. Dahil yung lineage ni Cain at lineage ni Tubal Cain, ulitin ko, wala na. Nasunog na, ano sila, nalunod. Nalunod na sa flood. Wala namang politician noon, kaya nagkaroon ng flood. Nilagay ni Almighty Father na magkaroon ng great flood to eradicate the wicked people. to start on a clean slate. Pero yung mga tao, kahit na tinanggal ni Almighty Father yung mga wicked people, si Shem, Ham, and Japheth, lumabas pa rin sa kanila yung wickedness sa kanilang mga anak. Pero si Ham, no, siya mismo gumawa ng wickedness sa kanyang father. Binastos niya. He did not respect his father Noah, si Ham. Si Ham, siya ay mga Hamites, galing kay Ham. Si Shem, sa kanya ngayon, yung mga Shemites or Semitic. Na up to now, binabanggit ng mga tao, no, yung Semitic, isa kang anti-Semitic. Pag sinasabing anti-Semitic ka, galit ka, or hindi mo gusto yung mga Jewish people or the people living in the Middle East. Kasi lahat sila Shemites, pero hindi natin alam, lahat na tayo dito sa mundo, kahit na anong itsura natin, hindi tayo sure kung wala ba tayong dugo ni Shem. Dahil halo-halo na ang mga tao dito sa mundo. So Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. Hindi to si Tubal Cain, Tubal lang to. Ito ang anak ni Japheth. So si Japheth, siya ay singkit. Singkit na yellow skinned. So sa kanila galing yung ano natin, yung kasi ang tao, may 3 major skulls ang human. Ulit nabanggit ko na dati, no? Caucasoid, Negroid, and Mongoloid. Yung doon galing yung shape ng skull natin, sa tatlong shape ng skull na yon. So, kayo na galing yon? Kay Shem, kay Ham, tsaka kay Japheth. Yung Negroid, kay Ham. Yung mga Caucasoid na shape, kay Shem. Yung kay Japheth, yung Mongoloid. Hindi ito yung may Down syndrome na Mongoloid, no? Kaya Mongoloid, Mongol. Hindi Mongol pencil. Mongol lang, no? So the sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog. Itong Magog, dito galing, dito ipinangalan sa kanya yung lugar. Kaya usually yung mga names dito ng mga tao, sa nung time ni Isaac, Jacob, nung sa binabanggit sa mga first king, second king sa mga tao at lugar, galing kasi sa mga tao, kung sinong lineage ang tumira doon. Like itong si Magog, si Gomer, si Magog, si Madai, si Javan, si Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer, apo na to ni Japheth, no, si Gomer. Anak anak ni Japheth, si Gomer. Ang apo niya si Ashkenaz, si Diphath or Riphath, and Togarma. So yung names ng mga tao, naiiba yung spelling. May mga pronunciation kasi na walang letter R or walang letter D, yung pagkakabigkas. Kaya naiiba ngayon yung pangalan ng tao. Kagaya nito si Diphath, ang name niya sa Genesis chapter 10 ay Riphath. Verse 7 of 1 Chronicles chapter 1. The sons of Javan were Elisha, Tarshiha, or Tarshish. Naiiba yung name. Pero itong mga names na to, naiiba kasi iba yung pagbigkas or sometimes bulol. Kaya naiiba. Kittim and Rodanim, or sa Genesis chapter 10, verse 4, ang pangalan ni Rodanim ay Dodanim. Kasi may mga words tayo, iba-iba naman kasi ang dila natin, iba-iba yung background natin. Yung ano, nung, kaya medyo bulol ako, no? Justify ko pa. Hindi. Kaya bulol ako kasi, nung bata ako, akala ko ang mga tao sa Pilipinas, puro mga Chinese. So, kasi nakikita ko na nagpupunta, may hardware kasi kami dati, nagpupunta sa bahay, sa tindahan namin, may tindahan kami yung hardware. So, mga tao na nagpupunta sa amin, mga Chinese, mga nakikipag-communicate. So, ang salita, parang ako. So, naiintindihan ko yung salita nila, ganun lang pala magsalita. Kasi yun ang ginaya ko. Kasi nagkakaintindihan naman eh. Bakit papahabain pa, di ba? So, kasi hanggang nalaman ko lang na may mga Pilipino pala ang Pilipinas. Nung nag-high school na ako. Pero nung elementary ako, usually ang nami-meet ko lang ng mga tao, may mga hardware, ganon, mga in-check, or Chinese, or Chinoy. Kasi yun ang nakikita ko sa tindahan namin. Na, pag lugi negosyo, ganon. Di ba yung mga ganon, lugi negosyo, ganon. Yun ang salita kasi, kaya, justify ko pa na bulol ako. Ba't ganon? Verse 8, the sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. So, yung lugar na Canaan or Canaanites, dito galing ang words kay Canaan, na anak ni Ham. Yung mga Cushites, anak ni Ham yon. So, ito mga Cushites, Mizraim, Put, at saka yung Canaanites, dark-skinned to. So, yung anak ni Shem, nakamix na sa anak ni Ham. Kaya nga, di ba kung titingnan natin ang mga tao sa Middle East, sometimes light-skinned sila, sometimes dark-skinned sila. Pero itong anak ni Ham, na si Cush, malalakas ang kanilang katawan. So napapansin nyo, yung mga dark-skinned people, malalakas silang tumalon, malalakas silang tumakbo. Kasi sa kanila rin yung lahi ng mga Philistines or yung nakalaban ni David na giant. Dark-skinned yon. Verse 9, the sons of Cush were Sheba, Havilah, Sabta or Sabta, Raama or Ramah, and Sabteka. The sons of Raama were Sheba and Dedan. So dito galing kay Raama yung mga Dedanites. No? Nakakaintindi sa sinasalita ko. Verse 10, Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. So si Nimrod, dark-skinned siya. Great warrior siya na binabanggit dito. Si Nimrod. Itong si Nimrod, siya yung asawa ni Asherah, Ishtar, Isis. At saka, iisa lang siya, no? Asherah, Isis, Ishtar, Easter. Si Nimrod, mighty warrior siya. Siya yung leader. Pero namatay siya. So ngayon, si Asherah or Ishtar or Easter, nabuntis siya. Pero wala na si Nimrod nung nabuntis siya. Hindi natin alam kung sinong father. Pero uso na nun, nung time na to, yung mga dahon na nakakapag-iba ng state ng mind, like the coca leaves, tsaka yung mga opium poppies. At tsaka yung dahon na nakakapag-iba, yung nagkakaroon ka ng hallucination. Lahat ng drugs na meron tayo ngayon, na nabibili sa mga drugstores, galing lahat yun sa mga dahon, sa nature galing. na napapurify lang. Ginagawang inilalagay sa isang centrifugal machine, tapos pinapurify, tapos hinahaluan ng ibang mga chemicals. Verse 11, Mizraim begot Lodim, Ana, Mim, Lehabim, and Naphtuhim. At saka idadagdag ko lang yung blue lotus flower, no, na up to now, meron siyang effect sa tao, sa mind. Kaya yung iba akala nila na hypnotize sila, merong pinapaamoy sa kanila, or meron silang nakakain. No, yun yung effect nun. Sometimes akala magic, no, hindi magic yun. Merong sa'yong pinakain na nakalimot ka, or whatever, no. Verse 12, Patrusim, Kashlohim, from whom came the Philistines and the Caphtorim. So itong Philistines, dark skin to. Galing siya kay Kashlohim, na from the lineage of Cush, na si Cush galing kay Ham. Canaan begot Sidon. Yung Sidon, di ba? Yung si Jezebel, isa siyang Sidonian, na ang lugar ay nasa upper part ng Israel. Sidon, kaya pangalan Sidon, galing kay Sidon, na anak ni Canaan. Na ngayon ang Sidon at ang Tyre ay Lebanon. So kung makikita natin, yung skin nila, almost the same as the skin of the people of Israel, and some no, iba, kamukha ng skin ng mga Egyptians. First, Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn in Heth. The Jebusite. Ito naman yung Jebusite. Sila dati ang nakatira sa Jerusalem. Jebusite, Jebus. The Amorite and the Girgashite. Ito yung mga nakakalaban ni David, di ba? Nabanggit sa 2 Kings or 1 Kings. The Hivite, the Archite, and the Sinite. The Arvadite, the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. The sons of Shem were Elam, Ashur, Arphaxad, Lud, Aram, Ozhul, Gether, and Meshech. So dito na sa verse 17 tayo, binabanggit na yung anak ni Shem, or yung mga Shemites or Semitic. Si Aram, no? Alam natin yung Aram, dito galing yung si Abraham sa Padam Aram. Ito rin yung galing word na Aramaic or Aramean, Aram. Ozhol, Gether, and Meshech or Mash. Arphaxad begot Shelah, and Shelah begot Eber. To Eber were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, which means division, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan begot Almodad, Shelef, and Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla. Ebal or Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. Jobab. Ba't ganon? Jobab, pero wala kasing letter J nung time na to, so ang basa nito ay Jobab. All these were the sons of Yoktan or Joktan. So nakita natin yung word na Ophir, na anak ni Shem. Kung makikita natin, yung mga nasa India, kamukha nila yung mga nasa Middle East na kamukha yung mga nasa Israel. Napapansin nyo ba? Kasi nga, tingnan nyo yung lupa. Yung mapa, tabi ko sa mapa. So, yung Ophir, ito ay, yung Ophir na binabanggit ni Solomon, yung time niya, tsaka sa mga kings, India yon. Kasi, punong-puno ng natural resources ang India, na ngayon ay madumi na ang India, pati ng Pakistan, kasi nga, masyado na silang gamit na gamit ng ibang mga countries na hinakot yung kanilang kayamanan. nasira yung kanilang country, no? Havilah and Jobab, all these were the sons of Joktan. Shem, Arphaxad, and Shelah. So nag-umpisa na naman dito kay Shem. From Noah, and then si Shem. After ni Shem, anak niya si Arphaxad. Anak ni Arphaxad si Shelah. Anak ni Shelah si Eber. Anak ni Eber si Peleg. Anak ni Peleg si Reu. Anak ni Reu si Serug. Anak ni Serug si Nahor. Anak ni Nahor si Terah. At si Terah naman, father ni Abraham, anak niya si Abraham. Who is Abraham? The sons of Abraham were Isaac and Ishmael. So malinaw dito sa 1 Chronicles yung pinanggalingan ng mga tao. Ewan ko lang kung naliliwanagan kayo sa pinanggalingan ng tao. Iska na naliliwanagan ka ba? O naliliwanagan ako? So, kitang-kita dito na galing kay Almighty Father, lahat ng tao. The sons of Abraham were Isaac and Ishmael. These are the genealogies. The firstborn of Ishmael, yung Ishmael ngayon or Ishmaelites, sila ngayon ay nakatira sa mga Arab countries. Ishmael was Nebajoth, then Kedar, Abdil, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Masa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Naphesh, and Kedema. These were the sons of Ishmael. Sa nakakuha ng asawa si Ishmael? Siyempre, nung pinalaya sila ni Abraham, dahil pinaalis na sila, di ba? Dahil tong si Sarah, may anak na sila, kaya pinalayo si Ishmael. Kaya yung mga lineage ni Ishmael, payag sila ng madami ang asawa, kasi yung pinanggalingan nila na lineage na si Abraham, yung nanay, yung asawa, yung naging concubine ni Abraham, yun ang kanilang nanay. Kaya payag sila na madami ang asawa. Itong lineage ni Ishmael. Kasi yung nanay nila, hindi original na wife. Naintindihan natin? Kaya payag ngayon sila na marami silang asawa. Up to now. Hindi nila matatanggap yun. Pero yun ang totoo. Dahil ang tunay naman na asawa ni Abraham ay si Sarah. Kaya lang naman nagkaroon ng Ishmael dahil na rin kay Sarah. Kaya dapat magpasalamat yung mga anak ni Ishmael kay Sarah. Dahil si Sarah ay assistant lang naman niya yung nanay ni Ishmael. Tuloy natin, no? Verse 32. Now the sons of Keturah, now the sons born to Keturah, Abraham's concubine, were Zimran, Jokshan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Binanggit yung Midian. Ito yung mga Midianites. So, concubine ni Abraham, si Keturah. So, ang binanggit si Keturah. Hindi binanggit si Hagar. Naintindihan natin? Naintindihan mo, Iska? Ang binanggit lang ay dito, ang binanggit lang ay si Ishmael and si Isaac. And then, si Hagar, hindi na binanggit na nanay ni Ishmael. Pero, nagkaroon pa ng asawa si Abraham after mamatay ni Sarah. Ang naging asawa niya ay si Keturah. Ngayon, sa pangatlo na to si Keturah, pero wala na si Sarah nung naging asawa niya si Keturah. So Abraham's concubine were anak niya sa concubine, no? Were Zimran, Jokshan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Dito galing ang mga Midianites. So kalahi din No? Nagiging kalaban, di ba, ni David, ang mga Midianites. Dito rin galing. The sons of Jokshan were Sheba and Dedan, Dedanites. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanok, Abidah, and Eldaah. All these were the children of Keturah. So napapansin natin, puro lalaki ang binabanggit. Hindi binabanggit ang babae. Binanggit lang si Keturah dahil siya ay concubine, yun ang mga anak niya. Verse 34 of 1 Chronicles chapter 1. And Abraham begot Isaac. The sons of Isaac were Esau and Israel. Itong si Israel, ito ay si Jacob. Kambal si Esau tsaka si Jacob, no? Nauna lang ba si Esau? The sons of Esau were Eliphaz, Reuel, Joash, Jalam, and Korah. Dito galing ang mga Korahites, anak ni Esau or Edom. Si Esau and Edom, iisa lang sila. So si Esau nakatira na rin sa Arab country. Doon sila, no? Kung titingnan niyo yung Middle East, sila yon. Shemites. And the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zethi or Zetho, Gatam, and Kenaz, and by Timnah, Amalek. No, binanggit yung Amalek. Anak ni Esau kay Timnah. Amalek or Amalekites. Dito galing yung mga Amalekites, kalaban din ni David. The sons of Reuel were Nahath, Zerah, Jama, and Meza. Verse 38. The sons of Seir were Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Ana, Dihon, Ezer, and Dishan. So bago pa ito nangyari, nagkaroon sila ng anak-anak, nangyari muna yung the Great Flood. Tinanggal muna yung mga wickedness sa Great Flood. Pero nagkaroon ulit ng mga anak, dumami ulit ang mga tao. The sons of Shobal were Alayan, Manahath, Ebal, Shefi, and Onam. The sons of Zibeon were Aja and Ana. The son of Ana and was Dishon. The sons of Dishon were Hamran, Eshban, Ithran, and Sheran. The sons of Ezer were Bilhan, Zavan, and Jaakan. The sons of Dishan were Uz and Aran. Bakit natin binabasa to? Importante dahil dito nakikita natin kung sino yung mga kalaban ni David at kung saan galing yung mga tao. Now these were the kings who reigned in the land of Edom, mga Edomites, na Esau. Before a king reigned over the children of Israel, Bela the son of Beor, and the name of his city was Dinhaba. So mas unang nagkaroon ng king ang land of Edom. Mas unang nagkaroon ng king of Edom kumpara sa Israel. Kaya nga di ba nainggit ang mga children of Israel, bakit kami walang king? Bakit yung ibang mga nation may king? So nag-request sila kay Almighty Father nung time ni Samuel, na mababasa natin sa 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel. Hindi ko lang alam kung 1 o 2 Samuel. And when Bela died, Jobab, the son of Zerah of Bozrah, reigned in his place. When Jobab died, Husham of the land of the Temanites, galing sa word na Teman, na name ng kanilang ninuno, Teman. Kaya Temanites reigned in his place. And when Husham died, Hadad the son of Bedad, who attacked Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his place. The name of his city was Avith. When Hadad died, Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his place. And when Samlah died, Saul by Rehoboth by the river reigned in his place. Yun ang pangalan, no? Rehoboth by the river. Baka kasi meron siyang kaparehong pangalan. Kaya to distinguish Rehoboth from other people, nilagay ang kanyang pangalan, Rehoboth by the river. Kasi nung time na to, walang surname ang mga tao. When Saul died, Baal-Hanan, the son of Akbor, reigned in his place. And when Baal-Hanan died, Hadad reigned in his place, and the name of his city was Pau or Pai. His wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matre, the daughter of Mezahab. Hadad died also, and the chiefs of Edom were Chief Timnah, Chief Aliyah, Chief Jetheth, Chief Aholibah, Chief Aholaibah, Chief Aholaibama, mahaba, Chief Ela, Chief Pinon, Chief Kenas, Chief Teman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, and Chief Iram. These were the chiefs of Edom. Kasi nga, kaya sila may mga chief, kasi may king sila. Sila ang mas naunang nagkaroon ng king kumpara sa Israel. So, nainggit ang mga Israelites. Bakit may king? Ang Edomites sa amin walang nagro-rule. Dahil nung time na yun, ang nagro-rule sa mga tao ay si Almighty Father. Ngayon, di ba sabi ni Almighty Father kay Samuel, hayaan mo sila. Kung gusto nila ng king, hindi ikaw, Samuel, ang nire-reject nila. Ako ang nire-reject nila. Sabi ni Almighty Father. First Chronicles chapter 2. These were the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. So, this is First Chronicles chapter 1, binanggit yung mga anak ni Edom. Kasi mas unang nagkaroon ng anak at asawa si Edom kumpara kay Israel. Dahil si Israel, bago pa siya nagkaroon ng asawa, nagtrabaho muna siya kay Laban, no? Bago ibigay sa kanya si Rachel, pero bago ibigay sa kanya si Rachel, si Leah muna ibinigay sa kanya. So si Israel was also Jacob. Ito na ngayon yung lineage ni David. The sons of Judah were Onan, and Shelah. These three were born to him by the daughter of Shua, the Canaanitess. So, Canaanites. So, ibig sabihin dark-skinned. Itong asawa ni Judah, kasi Canaanite, kasi lahi ni Canaan, na anak ni Cush, na anak ni Ham. The firstborn of Judah, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, so he killed him. And Tamar's daughter-in-law bore him Perez and Serah. All the sons of Judah were 5. Bakit naging 5 ang anak ni Judah? Meron siyang asawa, si Shua. Ang anak niya kay Shua, si si Onan, tsaka si Shelah. Ngayon, itong si may asawa siya, si Tamar. Pero dahil wicked, si pinatay siya ni Almighty Father. Nakalagay dito, di ba? The firstborn of Judah, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, so he killed him. And then, dapat ang papalit na magiging asawa ni Tamar ay yung kanyang kapatid ni na si Onan. Kasi ito ay ganun ang rule noong araw, na pag wala kang anak, yung asawa mo na namatay tapos wala kayong anak, yung sumunod na kapatid ng asawa mo, yun ang magbibigay sa'yo ng anak. So, ang ginawa ni Judah, ibinigay niya ngayon si Onan kay Tamar. Kasi namatay si wala silang anak ni Tamar. Ang ginawa ngayon ni Judah, binigay niya si Onan kay Tamar. Kaso, namatay din si Onan kasi wicked si Onan. Tapos, nung time na to, namatay na yung asawa ni Judah na si Shua. So, widow na si Judah. Pero may anak pa siyang isa, si Shelah, na lalaki din. So, bata pa si Shelah, hindi niya muna pwedeng ibigay kay Tamar kasi para magkaanak si Tamar, no? Ganun kasi ang rule or patakaran noong araw. Pero hindi binigay ni Judah si Shelah kay Tamar. So, ang ginawa ni Tamar, kunyari, isa siyang harlot. Nandun siya sa bridge, nag-aantay siya kunyari ng customer niya. Tapos napadaan si Judah. Si Judah noon, wala na siyang asawa, no? So, kinuha niya yung service ni nung babae sa bridge. Parang may movie ng babae sa breakwater. Ito naman babae sa bridge, si Tamar. Bridge ba yon? Basta nakapwesto, may pwesto, pumwesto si Tamar na kunyari isa siyang harlot. So, kinuha niya yung service ni Tamar, itong si Judah. So, nagtabi sila. Hindi alam ni Judah na yung tinabihan pala niya ay kanyang daughter-in-law. Kaya ngayon, itong si daughter-in-law, si Tamar, nabuntis. Hindi alam ni Judah na daughter-in-law pala niya. And then, nung nalaman na ni Judah na daughter-in-law pala niya si Tamar, na nabuntis at nanganak na, nagsisi siya dahil hindi niya binigay si Shelah. So, mas wicked siya, sabi niya, kaysa kay Tamar. And after that, hindi na niya tinabihan si Tamar. Kasi hindi niya man niya sinasadya eh. Akala niya kasi si Tamar ay isang harlot. So, hindi niya sinasadya, natabihan niya yung kanyang daughter-in-law. Sa kagustuhan na magkaroon ng anak ni Tamar, dahil wala nang asawa si Judah, o kay Judah na lang, total, ano naman, para magkaroon ako ng anak. Kasi yun ang, nung time na yun ang gusto ng mga babae, ang magkaroon ng anak. Ngayon, kung magkaroon siya ng anak sa ibang lalaki, parang masama naman ang tingin sa kanya ng ibang mga tao. Kaya nakalagay ito, and Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bore him Perez and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were 5. So, nung nanganak na si Tamar kay Perez at Zerah, hindi na tinabihan ni Judah. Once lang nangyari yon. Kaya nabuntis si Tamar, si Perez, at si Zerah. Ngayon, si Perez ngayon, sa kanya ngayon galing, si Hezron and Hamul. So, kambal itong si Perez and Zerah, no? So, the verse 5 na tayo ng 1 Chronicles chapter 2. The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Zerah were Zimri, Ethan, Heman, Kalkol, and Dara. 5 of them in all. The son of Carmi was Achar, the troubler of Israel, who transgressed in the accursed thing. Si Carmi. Si Achar yung anak niya na sumamba sa wicked, sa abomination, kaya nga accursed thing. The son of Ethan was Azariah. Also, the sons of Hezron who were born to Hebor, Jerahmeel, Ram, and Jelobai. Ram begot Aminadab, and Aminadab begot Nashon, leader of the children of Judah. Nashon begot Salma, and Salma begot Boaz. Kilala natin si Boaz, di ba? Ito si Boaz, siya yung asawa or naging asawa ni Ruth. Kasi naging widow si Ruth, wala siyang asawa. Sinama siya ni Naomi, no? Sa Book of Ruth, nabasa natin yun, no? Ito si Boaz ngayon, na tatay niya si Salma. So, galing sila sa lineage ni Judah. Boaz begot Obed. Obed begot Jesse. Jesse begot Eliab, his firstborn, Abinadab the second, Shimea the third, Nethanel the fourth, Radai the fifth, Ozem the sixth, and David the seventh. Ito ngayon si King David, pang-pitong anak na lalaki, si David ni Jesse. So, apo ni Obed, si David. So, si Boaz, siya yung great-grandfather ni David. Tama ba? Jesse, Obed, Boaz. Great-grandfather. So, ipinapakita dito, kaya natin binabasa, yung lineage ni David. Now their sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail. The sons of Zeruiah were Abishai, Joab, and Asahel, 3. Abigail bore Amasa, and the father of Amasa was Jether the Ishmaelite. So si Jether, ito rin yung si Jethra na nabasa natin sa 2 Samuel chapter 17 verse 25. Ito namang si Shimea or si Shama na nabasa naman natin sa 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 9. No? Tutulugan mo lang ako, Iska. Ha? Verse 18, Caleb, the son of Hezron, had children by Azubah, his wife, and by Jerioth. Now these were her sons, Jesher, Shobab, and Ardon. When Azubah died, Caleb took Ephrath as his wife, who bore him her, and her begot Uri, and Uri begot Bezalel. Now afterward, Hezron went in to the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead. Itong Gilead, Gileadites, no? Whom he married when he was 60 years old. And she bore him Zegub. Zegub begot Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead, or Gileadites. Itong si Jair, binanggit din ito sa 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 13. Geshur and Syria took from them the towns of Jair, with Kenath and its towns, 60 towns. All these belonged to the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead, or Gileadites. After Hezron died in Caleb, Ephrathah, Hezron's wife, Abijah, bore him Ashur, the father of Tekoa, si Ashur, Ashurites, the father of Tekoa, Tekoites. The sons of Jerahmeel, the firstborn of Hezron, were Ram, the firstborn, and Bunah, Oren, Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had another wife whose name was Atara. She was the mother of Onam. The sons of Ram, the firstborn of Jerahmeel, were Maz, Yamin, and Eker. The sons of Onam were Shammai and Yada. The sons of Shammai were Nadab and Abishur. And the name of the wife of Abishur was Abihail, and she bore him Aban and Moled. The sons of Nadab were Saled and Aphaim. Seled died without children. The son of Aphaim was Ishi. The son of Ishi was Sheshan. And Sheshan's son was Alai. The sons of Jada, the brother of Shammai, were Jether and Jonathan. Jether died without children, and the sons of Jonathan were Peleth and Zaza. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Now, Sheshan had no sons, only daughters. And Sheshan had an Egyptian servant whose name was Jara. Sheshan gave his daughter to Jara, his servant, as a wife, and she bore him Attai. Attai begot Nathan. Nathan begot Zabad, and Zabad begot Ephial. Ephial begot Obed. Obed begot Jehu. Jehu begot Azariah. Azariah begot Helez, and Helez begot Eliasa. Eliasa begot Sismai, and Sismai begot Shalom. Shalom begot Jechamiah, and Jechamiah begot Elishama. The descendants of Caleb, the brother of Jerahmeel, were Mesha, his firstborn, who was the father of Ziph, and the sons of Maresha, the father of Hebron. So nakikita natin, diba may mga lugar na mga Hebron, no? So dito galing yun, mga pangalan ng mga tao. The sons of Hebron were Korah, Tapua, Rechem, and Shema. Shema begot Raham, the father of Jorkom, and Rechem begot Shammai, and the sons of Shammai was Maon. Maon was the father of Beth-Zor. Epha, Caleb's concubine, bore Haran, Moza, and Gazez. And Haran begot Gazez, and the sons of Jadai were Rugim or Regim, Jotham, Geshan, Pelet, Epha, and Shap. Maacah, Caleb's concubine. So may mga concubine si Caleb. Bore Sheber and Tirana. She also bore Shap, the father of Madmana. Shiv, the father of Macbena, and the father of Gibeah, and the daughter of Caleb was Aksa. These were the descendants of Caleb, the sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, Reshobai, the father of Kirjath Jearim, Salma, the father of Bethlehem, and Hereph, the father of Ben-Gader or Ben-Gader. So yung lugar sa Israel, mga binabanggit doon, mga pangalan ng mga tao, kaya nagkaroon ng mga names, yun yung pinaghati-hati yung lugar, doon sila tumira. Kaya kung sino man nakapangalan yun, yun ang kanilang mga lahi. And Shobal, the father of Kirjat Jearim, had descendants, Haraway, and half the families of Manuhoth. The families of Kirjat Jearim were the 30s, the Fathites, the Shumathites, and the Mizratites. From these came the Zorahites and the Eshtaulites. The sons of Salma were Bethlehem, the Netophathites, out of Beth-Joab, half of the Manahetites, and the Zorites. And the families of the scribes who dwelt at Jabes were the Tirathites, the Shimeathites, and the Sukkothites. These were the Kenites who came from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab. So binanggit dito si Rechab, yung mga Kenites, Rechabites, no? Yung Rechabites binanggit. Itong mga Rechabites, sila yung mga hindi uminom ng wine at sila yung mga sojourners. Yun ang turo sa kanila ng father nila na si Rechab. So ito yung history, yung pinanggalingan ng mga tao sa Israel. So makikita natin dito, yung mga tao, dumami na sila. At nasaan na sila ngayon? Kung sila ay obedient kay Almighty Father, they are in the arms of the Almighty Father. But if they're wicked and disobedient, nandun sila sa eternal damnation. Maraming tao, pinapanganak, nawawala. But si Almighty Father, He is still God. Si Jesus Christ, kasama ni Almighty Father when God created this world. Kaya sino ang ating Diyos? Si Almighty Father. Sino ang pinadala ni Almighty Father to save us from our iniquities? Nakasama niya when He created us. Si Jesus Christ, our Lord of Lords and King of Kings. Thank you, and God loves us all so much.